to hit somebody with the opposite.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
This fielded at the 2.
Oh.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
You know what?
Hey,
Yeah, Cole.
180. 48 right now. Let's go. I got you. Switch. Jack 16. Flag,
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's straight. You got something for
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end
so
like
happy
this,
that one
and you know
really
he's
happened.
used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
180.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's got this down to the 35.
What?
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
I want him to be on him.
And it'll be second down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A
I
nice diving catch here in the game's opening drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
I like that. He was fine.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes. He's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Strip that ball. 52. Block 52.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd
Great
down.
roll, nigga, because
It is tough to complete pass against zone defense. The
who that
windows
was
that
come
you
out
see
their head,
open,
I'm
they shrink
crying.
pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there
killing
and
my
make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback.
Oh, my God, come on, man.
Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go
Come
down.
on, man.
Bud Dupree coming
Same
in to drop
bullshit.
it
I
for
know
a
you were
loss of
blitzing the
8,
same bullshit
and it also
again.
brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
No, I can't block it back after that.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. For the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Get ready. Keep your neck
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Oh, what's crazy though,
when I see passes like that,
they let you run a play
after
fake, and I sit in the blitz.
Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They've had the script to start the ball.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at this play, bro.
And he's in
look at this play, bro.
Steeler touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Switch gears. Check three.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram.
Oh, my God. Look at Ingram, bro.
3 to the 33.
My nigga.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
This shit crazy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Jackson now. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Man, don't make me do the nigga like that.
For the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Come on, my nigga, like down, though, my nigga, like down, though, my nigga, like down, though, my nigga.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more, and that will be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Roethlisberger. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Roethlisberger now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jamming them, letting them go, telling them to shit on them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Man, what up?
Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check the backer, check the backer. He's got it. We got double up. Check it. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Hey, watch that.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch Mike. I'm coming. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the ball. 36. Check 4. Watch 12. Wait. Under 10. 10. Let's go.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
Press off the line. That thing like
from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the Steelers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Black 20. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And the Steelers on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 15. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Check. Slam.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
On second down,
Come
nowhere to
on,
run on
bro.
the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Crazy, bro.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
That's crazy, bro. I'm talking about niggas just throwing my niggas off
This
them, like,
offense in
come on, man,
desperate
when they
need
ain't
of
got
a conversion
NFL
as they
players.
come up on third down.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Jackson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's picked
back
by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Flushed out right. This one complete, right side to McDowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson.
Oh, my nigga hit one,
nigga. Football's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
But my nigga hit my
the
nigga.
Defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch. Kill.
Second and 5 now. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patterson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson on first down. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
What we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on second and 10. Jackson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing is Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Man, this nigga Hill, bro. Look, Measle. Look, Measle. These niggas do not seem like they be blocking for me, bro. Run blocking? I get no fucking run. Matter of fact. That's my problem too, man. I got this duck on the center, dog. He can handle it, man. You ready?
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. Neil. Check 24. Check 24.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram.
That's the biggest hole they done gave me all fucking game.
35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
I'm supposed to have several off the block, bro.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I don't like how my team, how it looks. So
to throw again on 2nd down.
Teams,
Jackson.
My niggas got hurt,
by
bro.
Snead over the middle. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Time to go. Night. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense, and what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
And he came down 2 feet.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.